All right, let's talk about Google's AI coding assistant, Antigravity. Now, this thing is way more powerful than you might think. We're going to break down exactly how to tap into its most advanced features and really unlock what it can do.
But here's the catch, and this is so important. Most people are only just scratching the surface. They are missing out on almost everything that makes this tool a complete game changer. I mean, seriously, think about this number. If you're just using anti-gravity like a regular old chatbot, you are leaving about 85% of its power on the table. It's just untapped potential because it was built for so much more than just a simple Q&A. So be honest for a second. Does your workflow look like this? You type in a prompt, you wait, you get some code, you type another prompt? Yeah, if that sounds familiar, you're stuck in the old way of thinking. It's time to change that. Here's the big mindset shift. Stop thinking of anti-gravity as a chatbot. I want you to start thinking of it as your own personal AI engineering team. I'm talking multiple, specialized agents all working at once on your project. So how do you manage a whole team of AIs? Well, you use the Agent Manager. And this isn't about micromanaging every little thing. It's about orchestrating. You're the director, this is your mission control, you guide the big picture strategy. And that orchestration really happens in 3 simple stages. This is what separates the pros from everyone else: planning, approval, and parallel execution. Getting this flow down is the absolute key to building at a speed you've never seen before. So, first up, planning. When you put an agent in planning mode, it doesn't just start spitting out code. No, it stops. It thinks. It researches best practices. It maps out the entire architecture. It creates a full blueprint before a single line of code is ever written. Then comes the approval stage. That whole plan shows up like a document, and you can go through it section by section. And what's so cool here is you can leave comments right on the plan, just like you would in a Google Doc. You can literally say, hey, use Tailwind CSS for this part, and the agent will see that and adjust its plan. And now, this is where the real magic kicks in: parallel execution. You don't have to wait for one thing to finish before starting the next. You can actually spin up multiple agents at the same time. You can have one building the front end, another one on the backend API. They all work in parallel. And what's the result of all this? It's simple. Instead of a single coder working step by step, you have an entire team building all the pieces at once. This is how you literally build 10 times faster. It's a total paradigm shift. Okay, let's get into some pro-level strategy. Inside Antigravity, you get access to 3 absolute powerhouse models: Gemini 3 Pro, Claude Sonnet 4.5, and GPT-4. Now, the real secret is knowing you shouldn't use the same model for everything. Each one has its own special superpower. Just think of it like picking players for a sports team. Gemini 3 Pro, that's your design genius. It's perfect for UIs and anything visual. Claude Sonnet 4.5 is your backend architect. It just gets complex logic. And GPT-4, well, that's your reliable all-arounder for the simpler stuff. Matching the right model to the right task is how you get incredible results. Okay, but with all this happening so fast, how do you stay in control? How do you actually trust what the AI is building? Well, that brings us to a set of features that are all about transparency. So instead of just getting a massive dump of code in a chat window, Antigravity gives you these things called artifacts. They're basically structured documents, like the implementation plan or a task list, that act as proof of the AI's work. You can look at them, you can comment on them, you're always in the loop. And that is the whole point. This isn't about blindly trusting an AI to get it right. It's what we call a human-in-the-loop approach. You are the guide. You are reviewing its thinking and steering it to get the best possible outcome. It's true collaboration. Now, get ready for this, because this part is just wild. Antigravity can actually open up a real Chrome browser on its own, navigate to your app, click on buttons, fill out forms, and test everything automatically. It essentially makes your app self-testing and even self-healing because it can find and fix bugs all by itself. So, let's talk about making all of this repeatable. The last set of pro features is all about taking your own expertise, your personal way of doing things, and turning it into a repeatable process that the AI can use over and over. And you do this with something called custom workflows. Just think of them as your own custom/commands. You can save your personal playbook, maybe a specific way you like to debug code, and then you can just type /debug to run that entire process instantly. You build your expertise into the system once, and then you can use it forever.
Now, let's look at a really simple but powerful setting called policy. You basically have a choice between two modes that let you balance control versus speed. You can set it to always ask, where you approve every single step, or you can go with always proceed and just let the agent run wild, which is great for moving fast.
And here is the pro tip. You want to start with always ask. This forces you to see how anti-gravity actually thinks and makes decisions. It's like training wheels. But once you get how it works and you start to trust it, you switch over to always proceed and just unleash its full speed.
So, if there is one thing you take away from all this, it's this mental shift. You have to stop thinking about just prompting and waiting. You need to start thinking like a conductor. Start orchestrating your AI engineering team to build things bigger, better, and way, way faster.
And that really just leaves us with one final thought. Now that you know you have the power to command not just a single AI agent, but an entire team of them, the only question left is, what are you going to build with it?